Hey guys, and welcome to New by Design. Today we're going to be doing another guide on Destiny here, and it's going to be for another heroic mission set to level 28 difficulty, your daily heroic mission. Today we're going to be doing Eye of a Gate Lord here, and this is going to be, again, a speed run here, so we're going to be doing everything as fast as we can and skipping as much as we are able to here. In this particular mission, there's not too much mobs that you can actually skip through here. It's more of a path that you take that actually saves you a bit of time, and just basically where you position yourself when you're actually fighting the mobs themselves, and how fast basically you take out the gates itself, the teleport gates as well. So here on, we're speeding up this little portion here because it's just basically you're following the top left of your screen there. You're just following the arrow on the map to get to your checkpoints here. First checkpoint is just going to be to this conduit here. You're going to basically just send your ghost or deploy your ghost onto this conduit here. Then once you do that and you see the ghost logo on the top right of the screen, then you're able to go. So you can see it here now. Now we're able to go and move on towards the next objective. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'll probably speed up the footage here again just a little bit to make this just a little bit faster. We're going to go ahead and pass on that Spirit Bloom, even though I need them, just because we'll try to make this as short as possible for you guys here. So we're going to keep on going right on through here, and this is going to be your next objective right here. You're going to come on up here and go into where basically the ghost, what he does is he activates all of the teleport fields basically, because you got to get the Gate Lord's eyes so you can move on. So the best weapons to have here is going to be, for one, it's going to be your sniper rifle. So make sure you take a sniper rifle with you guys. And two is going to be some form of rocket launcher. You can use heavy ammo, but I would suggest a rocket launcher because when you run out of special ammo for your sniper rifle, you can use the rocket to actually take out the gates itself. So your first gate is going to be straight ahead of us here. Like I said, you could either take it out with a sniper rifle. Usually it takes about 3 shots, sometimes 4 shots with a sniper rifle. And you can see I ended up picking off one of the Vex there with one of my sniper rounds instead of the actual gate itself. So it ended up taking me 4, but that's just because I missed one. So usually it'll take 3 sniper shots, or it will take 1 rocket. So you can see I just managed to pick up a rocket here. We're going to pick off these hobgoblins right quick. You can technically actually skip right on through all these guys. You don't really have to kill any of them, but it's set to level 28 difficulty, and once you start ripping through these guys here, it actually gets pretty hard to stay alive. So you can see right here, we're actually just going to try to shoot it with our assault rifle here, and it actually didn't take too long. What you can do here again to save a little bit of time if you want, it's pretty risky because these mobs end up spawning pretty fast on you, and they can kill you pretty quickly just because of their high level. You can see there's a bunch of hobgoblins taking shots at us here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand behind here and I'm going to slowly pick them off. You can see I'm going to take a shot here and make it the first time actually, which is pretty lucky because I thought I was going to get taken out by this guy beside me here. And then you can see there's another hobgoblin up here up top somewheres, and we're going to have to go ahead and take him out as well. Make sure that you're shooting these guys in the center of their belly area where the what looks kind of like a diamond is, just because that's going to be their critical point, and if it doesn't kill them right away, it usually will at least stagger them. So you can see I'm setting up my rocket launcher here to get ready to go so that I could take out another gate. And this one here is easy to take out with a rocket. You can just shoot it right on through, and it will take out that gate in the one shot there. You can see there's another hobgoblin sitting up top here. Again, go ahead and take the belly shot here. You can see I'm going to go ahead and do that and duck to the side right quick because I end up taking a second sniper round, and I'm not sure how I didn't die after taking that shot there. You can see there actually is one more hobgoblin up there, and he's going to be taking some shots at me pretty quickly here if I don't get to cover like you can see I just did here right now. So now we've got 3 of, I think, the 5. I think there's 5 gates here that we actually have to take out. You can see I'm going to go ahead and try to take out this hobgoblin here, and then we're going to keep on moving on. We're going to keep on clearing through here, and you can see again there's a bunch of mobs, a bunch of hobgoblins. The hobgoblins are pretty dangerous here because of how high level they are and how much damage they end up doing. You can see we're coming up to another gate on our left here, so I'm going to position myself here to try to take it out as soon as possible. Again, I'm going to go for the rocket launcher method just because I happen to have a spare rocket on me, which is kind of nice. And now I believe there is only 1 gate left. So there's going to be 5 gates that we end up having to face off with here, along with a bunch of mobs. Again, guys, you do not have to kill every one of these mobs, but it gets difficult fast, because as you can see, all these guys are level 28, and I'm not taking very many shots here, and they're doing quite a bit of damage to me here. So again, it's kind of risky leaving them here. Like I said, you can do it, just beware that you're going to be moving fast, and you're going to be moving back and forth between cover, ducking out, so it's actually probably going to likely save you time just doing this, especially this Minotaur. Even if you are skipping the rest of the mobs, guys, make sure you take out that Minotaur, because he will destroy you pretty quickly. As you can see, I end up having to use my sniper rounds here because I'm out of rockets, and 3 sniper rounds ends up taking out that last gate there. So from here, you can pretty much just run through. Again, I'm low health, so I figure while I'm recharging my health, I may as well end up killing these guys here. And it really doesn't take too long anyways. I'm actually trying to complete leveling up my Suros regime anyway, so it actually kind of helps me out anyway there. So you can see we're going to go right around through here and up to, and I can actually see that there actually looks like there is 6 gates up here. So we're going to go ahead and take this last one out, and from this point on, you can actually just check on right out and run right through if you want to. I'm going to take out this guy right up here because this Hydra can do some pretty wicked bad damage to you guys really quickly, and you can see it looks like actually he's going to be facing away, so what I might go ahead and do is actually just run behind him. That was kind of lucky that he did that for me, and that's going to save me again a little bit of time. So once you take out all the gates there, you can actually just run through again. You don't really have to stop for anything, and then you're basically going to be in the boss area. This boss area, again, like the rest of this mission, is going to be pretty risky to leave all the mobs up, just because there's a lot and they'll all be behind you. I would again recommend taking these ones out. I know this isn't that much of a speed guide. We saved as much time as we could, knowing when we can move and all that kind of stuff in the best areas to kill mobs, and basically skipping the ones that weren't necessary. But unfortunately, the way this mission works is pretty much most of the mobs, to safely complete it, are pretty much necessary, guys, and that's kind of the unfortunate part about it. You're going to see when we fight the actual boss himself, we're going to save some time because we're not really going to actually kill any of the ads. We're pretty much just going to directly target the boss himself. So you can see we're still going on and clearing out these mobs here, and once we're doing that, once we finish that rather, we're going to go right on up to the actual boss and spawn him. There's a lot of mobs in between here and the actual boss because they just keep on spawning as you get higher and higher in the stair area there. So you can see we're going to keep on going through here. A couple more mobs here down before we get to the actual stairs, and then we get a bunch again. Again, it's going to be just a ton of mobs here, guys. Make sure that you're going in and out between cover like you see I am right here. When I take a little bit of damage, I go behind a large rock that's going to absorb all the bullets and stuff for me so that I don't die, and that's pretty much the safest way to do this. Again, this mission isn't too long anyways. You can see I think I end up finishing it start to finish in somewhere around 11 minutes, which isn't too bad for a solo on a level 28 daily heroic, because there's all kinds of modifiers and stuff there that do make it more difficult for you, and some people end up having a little bit of difficulty soloing these things anyways. Like I say, try to do your best with this. The best way to get this is to, even though I do all speed runs, the best way to do it is technically to take your time until you get used to your character and leveling and going through your character quickly. Because what ends up happening, if you try to go faster than you're able to or capable of, what'll inevitably end up happening is it'll actually take you longer because you'll die and you'll have to restart. And that's never fun. Never fun to die in these games anyway. So I always try to go with as little deaths as possible. And you can see it's not that difficult in this area because there is a fair amount of areas to hide. There's a lot of rocks here that you can kind of take cover between. And we're going to go ahead and use our super here right now. And we're going to keep on going through here, clearing all these mobs, and then we're almost at the boss here, guys. I believe there is one more spawn. I'm going to go right ahead and grab that rocket, and that's going to be just handy for the actual boss himself there. And this is going to be the last spawn of mobs we have before the boss himself spawns. Once he does, we're going to start, and we're going to queue him by standing on the plate, same as a lot of the Vex areas here. I believe they do this just to kind of make you used to what you have to do. Like, this is the same general thing that you actually have to do when you get involved in the raid. In Vault of Glass, you got to stand on these ports. In the actual Vault of Glass, you have to hold them for 2 minutes, all 3 of them there. So a little bit different in this version of it here. What I would recommend you do as that thing turns blue and it starts spawning the Gate Lord here is get back into position. Somewhere around here, you can actually go back a little bit further. You can see I'm actually taking headshots here. I should be taking center body shots, which I switch up to once I reload my sniper rifle here. And you can see that I'm just going to be taking the body shots here and missing every single critical except for the last one. Again, I like to use this little rock here just because it's it's pretty easy to kind of go back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and take out that hobgoblin because they end up destroying you super, super fast. And I'm going to start taking as many rocket shots as I can to the center there. You can see this one right here is kind of giving me a bit of an issue because I got a hobgoblin taking more shots at me here. And we're going to go ahead and try to finish off this boss. I might just go ahead and take out this hobgoblin here anyways because they are just a nightmare. So once you get him to this area here where he's kind of trapped behind that rock, you can sit here all day once you kill that hobgoblin and just take the shots. You can see right here I'm just taking the shots, resets. He can't even hit me, and that is the best way to do it. You just have to trap him behind that rock while you're down the stairs there, and then he's just stuck. He can't move anywhere, and he's just going to sit there, keep on getting hit and resetting, keep on getting hit and resetting, and then that is the easiest way to do this, guys. You can see I think right now we're about 10.5 minutes in, and that's going to be start to finish. Again, of course, I'm going to get Ascendant Energy because, man, I just cannot beg for Ascendant Shards. I don't know what the deal is with that. Every time I do the daily heroic, it's pretty much always Ascendant Energy instead of Ascendant Shards, and every time I do the daily mission, it's the same thing. That's pretty much all there is here, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful at all, it sure would help me a lot if you guys would click that like button. Also, if you guys have time, you can hit that bright yellow subscribe button just in the center there. That'll notify you every time I publish a new video. Thanks very much for watching, guys.